Back to our server, the installation was successful. That's definitely what we want to see. Now let's perform some of those post-installation checks. I'll do a Windows R to invoke the run box, and I'll type regedit to open the Windows registry. In there, we can navigate into the HKey local machine hive, come down to Software Oracle, and I want to pay particular attention to the key called AuraDB12 Home 1. And if you select that guy, let me maximize my window here, you can get at some of the environment variables that Oracle sets for you automatically. In particular, notice that we have a path for Oracle Home as well as Oracle Base. Now, because I previously installed the grid infrastructure to set down my ASM instance, I also have a key called Aura G. I don't know, is that a G1 or an L? Sometimes it's difficult to differentiate. But we know that this is definitely for automatic storage management. And we can see a separate Oracle Home, and the Oracle Base even actually is surprisingly a bit different from what it was for the database. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind when I'm using tools like SQL Plus or other command line utilities, to be honest with you. To change environment variables, things like the path, you can go to the System Control Panel. I'm going to right-click my Start button, or you can do Windows X. This is a Windows Server 2012 R2 system, by the way. The navigation is going to differ a bit if you have Windows Server 2008. 2012 definitely takes some getting used to, I found. At any rate, by hitting Windows X or right-clicking this sudo Start button, we can access several common utilities. In particular, we can go into Control Panel, System, Advanced System Settings. Yes, that's a lot of clicking. I agree 100%. And on the Advanced tab in System Properties, Environment Variables, and this is where you can set them. It's kind of a clunky interface in my humble opinion. We want to come down to System Variables, and this is where you can set new ones if you need at the OS level. Path is important for tracking executable files. If you want to be able to run utilities from wherever you are in the file system, you can see we have one set up for Oracle Home Bin, which is useful if we want to run the DBCA from anywhere we might be in a command prompt session. With the caveat, we may have to set or reset the Oracle Home environment variable before we do that if we find that Windows is confused between the ASM instance and the database instance. It's never easy, is it? If we click the Start button to go to the Start screen in Windows Server 2012, notice that we don't see any new tiles. We'll have to click this down arrow to see our new apps. Again, I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest. Microsoft didn't ask me, so who cares, right? But if I scroll over, I can see that Oracle's actually given us a screen full of icons. The Administration Assistant for Windows, Database Configuration Assistant, Database Migration Assistant, Database Upgrade Assistant. There's an assistant for everything. I wonder if there's an assistant who could go fetch me a cup of espresso. I doubt it.